Okay, we're going to start the reading of the Monster Saga today. This story is titled Revenge. We've got just under 17.5k words to go through. About 13 chapters. And we'll do it by chapters, and if we have to, we'll do these chapters by parts. None of them should run more than 2 parts. Everything should be done in 1 to 2 videos per chapter. And, revenge, or to simplify things, revenge on monsters. We start things off with our bullet notes. Evil will always exist. The proverbial war between good and evil is never ending. And we start things off with our main character, Tyler's thoughts. Why should I care? They aren't even human. As far as I'm concerned, they're monsters. They're killers of the worst sort. My son Ellis was one of their victims. I hate them. I want them dead. So why is it so hard for me to do what I must do? I thought my plan was perfect, even flawless in its ingenuity and design. But so often there are variables that one just does not account for. I keep on telling myself that it's not me who's going to be doing this to them. It's them. They'll do this to themselves, just as they've done the same such horrible thing to so many others, so many innocent others. I've even given them a way out of their current predicament, if these savages can pass the test, and I should take solace in that. But I know they won't, just as I know that, really, it's his test to fail. I am aware that I've set these despicable humans up on a course towards certain doom and failure. It is a simple test of morality, really. Values, ethics, integrity, all of these things come into play. And it all comes down to the difference between knowing right from wrong. I mean, what does one deem right? What does one deem wrong? And then there's what's deemed so wrong, so vicious, so heinous, so brutal and vile that it crosses a line from which there can be no coming back. They cross that line. Am I about to? I just don't know. I just don't know what to think right now. This is getting to me. I mean, most people probably wouldn't even consider doing what I'm planning on doing. Most people would probably leave it to the authorities to handle. But it isn't their child. I know the verdict will never be harsh enough. Besides, I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. I've been feeling my mind going, day by day, ever since this all first happened. I know I'm putting myself at risk, and that there will likely be repercussions for what I'm going to do. But Ellis, I owe him this, and I don't know if I can go on without taking some form of action, some form of recourse. It's as if I need to do this in order to bring about some form of closure. And still, it isn't an easy thing to do. What I have planned is one thing, but what they did, what they are, what they've done, what they would continue to do How can anyone say that these people don't deserve what's coming to them? Some people wouldn't even consider doing what I believe he will ultimately do. His inhibitions will take over. Nothing she will say will stop him in the end. Decency and ethics, a good, kind-hearted nature, morality, values such as these, they are lost on such individuals as these two. Psychopaths like these two can do little more than pay lip service to such concepts. There is no black and white with these people, only a gray area for them to waddle through. Their individual needs are all that matter to them. Well, at least he'll get his just desserts. Tyler Suck shakes his head, and his face contorts, showing his disagreement and disgust with the monsters. Next one, please. I was too late to save Ellis. I know that. But I tracked down these monsters, and now I have them at my mercy. God, how horrible it is here. How horrible it must have been for my boy. I must admit that I've asked myself what kind of God would allow such a thing like this to have happened. But I'm always reminded of the suffering of Job, and even what our own Savior was put through at the hands of his own people. I'm sure the Roman invaders and their laws didn't help much at all in the matter. A damn free will if it produces such monstrosities. Damn that poison fruit. Damn temptation. Damn individuality. Individuality. Jesus forgave his people. Even as he lay on that cross, being persecuted while dying, he forgave them. Was he able to see some sort of redeeming quality within that angry mob? This is different. These people are monsters. These people are psychopaths, and I see to prove it. I won't forgive them. There's not a redeeming quality within them. They are unforgivable. I suppose I'll learn over time how to accept what has happened, what these people have done, what they've put me and my family through, ruining an entire family. It is my duty to dispose of them before they can hurt anybody else. To let them live would be the worst of sins. But I won't kill them. I just don't have it in me. Yes, to overlook this great injustice, to stand by and do nothing while evil has its way, that would be the greater of sins in my book. No, not on my watch. I know I could just kill them and be done with it. But I'm not a killer. And I'm certainly not a murderer. I don't even hurt. I don't even hunt or fish. Too blood and gutsy. I just don't have the fortitude nor the aptitude for killing and death. I wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for the provocation of their own actions. What they have done. Again, I tell you, they are monsters. Monsters need not exist. Monsters must be eliminated. I don't enjoy having to take part in these people's demise. And it's part of why my plan for their final test is just so perfect and befitting. I don't really have to be there to witness the carnage and the bloodshed. I know that they'll really he'll decide their fates for them. Once I have confirmation, then I'll just leave it at that. This should be enough. Of course, there's always the possibility that this won't work. I'm pretty sure that, well, given enough time, he'll bite. And if neither one does, then I suppose I'll have to set them free, or at least I'll have to seriously reconsider what to do with them. I'll be in it thick by then, so maybe it is best left to the authorities. Yes, I could just walk down there right now. Damn, these are just... But I'm not going to do that. As overwhelming as it is sometimes, as overwhelming as this hate can be, it's just not in me to go through with it. I've come this far. I'm going to stick to my plan, for better or for worse. At least it gives them an option, and the blood won't be on my hands. Or at least my hands won't be quite so tainted. I don't know. It's all just so difficult and frustrating right now. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm in this situation to begin with. Can't believe I actually found them and nabbed them, though it was close. I snuck up on him and hit him a good one across the head with a baseball bat, but he still didn't go out immediately. He was down and dazed. Not out. Next thing I know, I hear a piercing, high-pitched shriek from behind me, loud as can be and unceasing, getting louder as it gets closer. I whirled around and swung the bat at the same time at that sound, just in time. Female, she had been running towards me, wielding a knife, ready to stab me in the back, and she would have got me too. Had she not screamed, had I not reacted as fast as I did and turned around swinging for the fences, she would have got me. She would have. Well, had she just stayed quiet and not made that god-awful noise, she would have got me. And like him, her lights didn't go out with the first blow either. I had to hit both of them over the head one more time apiece to get them to go into nap mode. Neither one of them put up much more of a fight after the first strike anyway. And of course, they will not be waking up to a pleasant circumstance. We had this place out in the woods. That's where I found them. That's where they were holed up. It's a rundown, dilapidated, beat-up little shack of a cottage. It's a very desolate location, great for doing things you don't want other people seeing or hearing you do. And guess what? There's a basement. An underground hole in the earth where sounds like cries and screams will be less likely to carry and travel. That's where the monsters are right now, is in the basement. I imagine they'll be waking up soon. I hope I'm really prepared for this. I hope my trepidation doesn't show while I'm dealing with these insufferable psychopaths. I just want to get this over with. It will take a number of days, maybe even a week. But eventually, it'll happen. If they last a week, then I'll probably let them go, I suppose. But only if they can really convince me, make me believe that they've learned their lesson and will change their ways. After what they're gonna go through, well, by the end of it, I might believe them. We'll see what happens. But like I'm saying, I believe that some people are truly monsters. These are such people. They inhibit us from reaching a state of balance and harmony in our communities. They show no mercy and no compassion despite the mercy and compassion that is shown to them. Will their actions not betray their words? And what will their actions and words speak of other than a lack of morals and integrity, ethics, and jurisprudence? They say they've learned. Are they even capable of learning? Really, truly, and sincerely, can they learn such concepts? Can they truly change? Would it not go against their basic nature and the way they've come to be for such a change to occur? Old habits die hard. Bad habits linger on. This is a test. This will be a test. I'm convinced that test is the right thing to do. This is going to be a test of life and death. Well, life or death. It's going to be his choice. Ultimately, it will be his choice. This is a game where only time will tell the true outcome. It's a game where anything goes and anything can happen. All they have to do is prove me wrong. All they have to do is change my mind. No matter what. It's just a test. I can do this. This will be... Tyler is suddenly distracted, hearing little faint sounds coming from down below. Oh, they must be waking up. Well, let the games begin, I guess. I must remember to remain calm and neutral while I'm dealing with them. I have all the time in the world for myself whenever I get back up here. I must keep my cool, keep a clear head while I'm down there dealing with them. Remember, it's just a test. It's just a test. It's another test. They're like bumps in the road. It's inevitable, really. One is forced to maneuver either over or around them. Suddenly, Tyler is hearing the man's screams penetrating through the floorboards, crying out, "Help me! Where am I? Let me go! Let me out of here! Please, somebody! You sick bastard! Let me go! Oh no! I gotta get out of here! Help me!" Sam doesn't seem to travel very far. Tyler's pleased. There's still that underlying feeling of being compromised. Just being in this predicament to begin with. He breathes in deep to keep his cool and his wits about him. Thinking to himself, yes, let the games begin. It looks like it's time to meet our contestants. And that's where we will pick it up for chapter 2 of Revenge on Monsters.